Let's see. We are
I should have
recording.
looked up to see if you were recording. I just didn't. I'm so used to you having it in place.
I know.
We finally made up this event here.
Finally. And one of the questions that I have, 5 people put thumbs up on it. Don't forget to hit record. I don't know. That's not a question, is it?
No.
And before I get to the questions, what's your sense with Rutte and Trump going to Mar-a-Lago? The head of NATO going to Mar-a-Lago last week.
What was said? Because I'm telling you, he did have some sort of episode. All that crap they're throwing, it's a lie. No, there was something that happened. And they had to check his blood pressure or something.
Yeah.
He's not in very good health either. I'm telling you, well, you guys, we want to announce to you that today they've announced that Assad's army has surrendered. Assad is in Russia hiding. And so basically Syria is about ready to be free.
Wow.
Which is something we predicted a while ago.
Wow. Yeah, because I haven't heard of Assad in
a long time, yeah.
Long time. As silent as Ivanka.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So
I'm really feeling strong Putin is next, and I'm really feeling strong. Putin has no idea what the hell's going on with Trump because I feel Elon Musk is standing in the way.
Yes.
And I feel Elon thinks he's running the show. For him to even announce that Vindman was a traitor, there's a lot of pushback. And also, have you heard that now we're up in the numbers? We're only 2 behind in the congressional house. We're 217 to 215.
Okay.
And there could be some more changes coming up. I guess Johnson's going crazy. We might get one ahead.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful thing, you guys.
Yeah, they talk about their mandate, and the numbers keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I gotta, before we get going too much, I have a friend who wants to say hi to you because we haven't been on for a while.
Okay.
And this person, well, it's a duck, and the duck is Psychic Duck. So say hello to Psychic Duck. Oh my gosh. Oh,
hi, Psychic Duck.
He is so honored to meet you.
Do you take him in the tub with you?
Or in the where?
Tub.
Yes.
He looks like a rubber ducky.
Well, it is. It's a psychic rubber ducky. And she voted for Kamala, and she's not given up. She's going, she still thinks Kamala is gonna.
There's some stuff getting ready. Can you repeat what you just told me about when you threw?
Yeah. The question I asked was, is Trump pulling the strings from Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah.
And
yes, I love what you saw.
Yeah, and the first card I got was the 7 of Swords, and I go, no, somebody else is grabbing that information, his Twitter truth X, whatever that is. And as I went around, the spread, the internal, I got full illumination in the near future. The internal position I got was the Death card. I'm like, oh my gosh, it just sent chills through me. And then when I was shuffling and just getting ready, I pulled the Tower for just the general, I'm looking at the bottom of the energy of the deck. We're going to be in such huge new places. And so I hear you in my head going, don't worry, it's going to be okay.
Yes. And it's going to go. Did you watch Cam Intuitive You?
No.
She had a real good show the other day, and I totally agree with her. It's going to go quickly because of him. Things are going to happen quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we had to put pause, I was asking about the NATO chief going over to Mar-a-Lago, and you said, yeah, he's got some info that he showed him, which made him maybe have, you know, a little panic
He
attack.
really got anxiety. Something about Trump being in the pockets of these oligarchs.
Yeah, yeah. And I really think every time I read, I don't see, I mean, and I check this because energy shifts, and he's not going to be president. And
well, I think maybe
Harris is.
even what they were talking about, even Jack Smith going back to the Hague, is that how you say it? Because other nations will submit an Article 5 against Trump, which will in turn make the US have to kick him out.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Because he has been in the hands of, and Russia has beyond a reasonable doubt interfered with everybody's. You should see Georgia right now. Did you see what's happening in the streets of Georgia? He interfered with their voting, and they're going crazy. People are out on the streets.
Really?
And they're going and Assad is hiding in Russia, and he's going down. The ruble is down to nothing.
Yeah. So
I saw him, remember, might even before Christmas, I saw him just sweaty and running. Not Trump, Putin.
Putin.
And once Putin goes down, or in desperation, Putin even gives out information on Trump.
Yeah.
Could even say, here's the PP tapes, here's this, to throw Trump under the bus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, even, you know, I just was looking at, because I didn't hear that thing about Assad in Russia, and I was, you know, trying to look it up, and I couldn't get it yet, but I'll dig into it later. But now Putin is talking, I saw it on CNN on my app, that Putin is saying, oh yeah, Trump is really intelligent. And I go, oh, that's not right. Somebody's manipulating it.
And even Elon Musk is not intelligent. He's a whack job. He's what does he smoke? Ketamine?
Does he?
Yeah, he's a huge ketamine junkie.
Oh, jeez.
And let me tell you though, he's got a lot of money, so he keeps tapping Trump on the shoulder saying, oh, don't worry about that. I'll cover that expense. I'll cover this expense.
Yeah.
But all this announcement, him and Vinick or Varick or whatever his name is, oh, we're going to cut out Social Security. We're going to, I mean, people are going crazy. Wait a second. Why did I vote for you? You're going to cut out the only thing I live on?
Oh, yeah. And his tweet, you know, I'm just wondering if people saw that tweet, his Thanksgiving Day message, which when I read it, I went, what made him go so crazy? And then I thought, that wasn't him. That was probably Don Jr.
Oh, Don Jr. is,
because he's so drugged out.
oh, did you see his hand in his pocket and then wiping his teeth?
Oh, yeah.
Big sign of cocaine.
Yeah. And I can't believe he did that on camera.
Yeah, well, that's how desperate he is. He's got to have the drug.
And so I'm really thinking that was Junior, because Junior's more out there and than Pumpkinhead, than 45, yeah. Which it's kind of hard to believe, but so I felt like that was his tweet almost. Or
Elon Musk wants to rule the world, and he thinks sitting next to Trump, handing him any chump change he can, is going to, because he didn't even spend Thanksgiving with his own family.
Yeah.
He spent it with him. Yeah. So Elon Musk is, I'm going to tell you, I've been feeling it, and if you want me to throw it in, I can, but I feel he's in huge trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Huge international trouble.
Yes.
He has no problem saying, yeah, I talk to Putin a couple times a week.
I know. And so why does our government, you know, continue to give him all of these billions of dollars for this contractor Starlink?
Well, that's why he's sitting next to Trump, because they're already threatening they're going to remove it. But Trump will say, no, give it to him.
Right. And the thing is, I read on this yesterday or 2 days ago, which kind of blew my mind. It's that Elon Musk has 7,000 satellites up, and they're circling. He's providing internet services for 131 different countries. And last year, there were over 100 elections going on, and some of them were using Starlink. So I'm like, what is the world,
trouble.
you know, looking at this? And I'm saying yes,
Well,
that they're looking at it.
Thanks to Pluto going into Aquarius, justice will be served. You can't get away with this stuff anymore. And let me tell you something else. I don't know what the inside scoop is, but I see people vandalizing, setting Tesla cars on fire.
Say that again.
I see American people vandalizing and setting Tesla cars on fire because they're so mad at him.
Oh, Tesla, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you, SOB, you caused this.
Yeah.
So, you know, he may be able to get Trump to say, yeah, we're going to talk about this, but there'll be such pushback that even Congress, which won't have a big lead, if anything, it could even be tied, has no ability to, they're going to say, no. They're going to be sick of Elon Musk too.
Oh my gosh. You know, you're up in the North Bay area, so I'm sure that you get, you know, you see this a lot, but we are getting more and more Tesla charging stations.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a MAGA flag to me. I'm like,
yeah,
ew. You know, it's so I.
But don't forget, they can be taken down as fast as they go up.
I hope they get taken down faster than they went up. Because, yeah. And do they allow different EVs to charge on those Tesla stations, or is it just a proprietary charging station, which I think it is?
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure that they'll be able to modify those and put another label over the logo. But yeah. So wow, yeah. All right. Well, let's get into some of the readers' questions. We've already hit a lot of them just in our initial conversation with this. This one got 12 thumbs up, and this is from Sal.
Okay.
And it says, I would like to know how readers respond to future questions that will require something that they say will not happen, i.e., and I think she's talking about me saying Trump is not going to be in office, but how do you read on his cabinet picks, which I don't, I have not read on any of them, or how do you read on them being confirmed? And I'll let you answer it. How do you read on something? I mean, do you put your energy to the future and say, if this were to happen, and you can see the energy of...
Yeah, like I always saw Kamala winning.
What's that?
I always saw Kamala winning.
Yeah.
But what I'm feeling about his picks is a lot of it's going straight downhill in a ball of flames. See, he can't even, he's not president yet. Although he's trying to act like he is. Like he talked to Mexico's president and she agreed to this and that. She wrote back, I never agreed to nothing.
Yeah, it was a little stronger.
He's lying yet again.
It was like, oh, hell to the no.
So, you know, he's just a liar. He just tries to look, he's definitely going downhill energetically. But what I'm feeling is there'd be such rigmarole with his picks. I don't even think Elon likes a lot of his picks.
Yeah. And what about the woman who is like chief of staff or whatever, Susie Wiles? What is she feeling about all these picks?
I can't pick up on her, but I see her being chief of staff.
I
But remember, they gotta go through, he's gonna fight it. He might say, no, I'm putting him in no matter what. But people, the United States is gonna have an issue with you getting anybody in there that can't pass the snuff with the FBI.
yeah. It's there's something that you said that I find really interesting. I start reading or trying to tap into some of this energy, and I can't. It's like blocked. It's like
Yeah.
it's a void. I go, okay, when I want to read on Pumpkinhead, I go, okay, what? And it's just like this void. I'm like, I'm not picking
Well,
up.
remember, we were shocked to our core that he allegedly won. It shocked us so much energetically, it's hard for us to trust our own instincts.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
But
why
you
I
know,
have
there's a lot of
psychic ducks.
astrologers and stuff saying, hey, something, whoever got won won't be the one that's placed. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel at this time that we really need to stay in the light. We really need to stay in our own truth and not listen to others, because there's others things that are being said about December 5th, 6th, and 7th. And I hear conflicting stories. Oh, there's going to be a revelation coming up on December 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, something like
That's
that.
Jack Smith's report.
Okay, right. That it's, but I also have heard that it's going to change the world. And then I hear other things say, no, it's not going to change, so it's just going to be this. And I don't think that we should be getting caught up in all of that. Just stay.
Yeah,
true.
and also this too shall pass. That
Yes.
I am not as frightened of him as everybody else thinks that, oh, he's going to destroy. Yeah, he'd love to destroy us. But I feel other nations are going to jump in and
Yeah.
do something to help block him. Like he's not even allowed to go to a lot. The UK, they don't want him. Scotland doesn't want him.
Yeah.
Canada, did you hear Canada has having a UPS strike?
Oh yeah, a UPS
Yeah,
strike, right?
international UPS strike. I
Yeah.
didn't know that, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of chaos taking place, but it's going to clear out, just like Kim said, sooner than later. This is
Right.
not long and drawn out, 4 years of this guy.
No.
Our heart's breaking. This is really going to, and let me tell you, at the end of all this, I've always said DACA would get their golden ticket. And I see DACA with their golden ticket. They're
Yeah.
going to have fights about even building those prison yards to put all these. They're not going to be able to get anything done.
No. No. Yeah.
But Elon Musk is in trouble.
Yes, he is.
I see big trouble coming.
Big.
He's over there pompous with his head out. And somebody looked at his chart. He got some Scorpio and stuff in him. And he's got the sign of like Trump with the big head, thinking he's all that in a cup of tea.
Right.
And he's an immigrant, and he's an illegal immigrant, as President Biden said.
I know.
He came here to this country on false pretenses. But
Right.
he's going to act all this and that over Vidman with no proof,
Unbelievable.
asking for him to be executed. Somebody else said something that Elon Musk had threatened. He said, who said that? I'll nuke them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, listen, Elon's the type that would call Putin and say, hey, do me a favor, nuke New York or something like that.
Yeah.
But I see them not paying attention to him.
He I don't think he has the capacity for any kind of sympathy at all. So it's and he doesn't need it, because he's got his billions and billions of dollars, and he thinks that that's something, and it's nothing, right? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't fulfill you. Look at how many marriages he has, how many kids he's got. Nothing seems to fulfill the guy. It doesn't seem like, from my point of view. So yeah, so he'll go in there, him and Vivek, and cut half the federal workforce. It's not going to happen.
They'll have to do it with Trump's signature, and I don't see him signing that.
Yeah.
Because I see the constituents with the people who matter so upset that how dare you? They won't be upset about prison yards, but they'll be upset about you touching their you know, Mike Johnson is beyond giggly about how they're going to cut Obamacare. They just can't wait with nothing else in place.
Yeah, right.
That's the reason Justice Roberts voted against them trying to exit it, because he said, you guys are talking about taking millions off these rolls and you have nothing else in place.
Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, oh, good, you know, they're back in. What did they do in that last term, the House of Representatives? They didn't do anything. They didn't pass anything. They gave Jim Jordan a big microphone that, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, so
Don't worry, you guys, this is going to really play itself out sooner than later.
Yeah, I think it's really quick. I think that we still have, can we just read on the energy of December and see how that is going to go for you know, what the Dems are thinking about, what are the Republicans, what are the
wait, that's got to be a couple of reads. Let's just do Republicans first.
Okay.
For December. If you mix them together, you don't know what's what.
Right. Right. Republicans in December.
December.
Yeah.
Ooh, a lot of legal things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of justice is coming in the door. Underhandedness. A cut. So, you know, I don't think Congress will have a big lead at all. The tower.
Ooh.
Some big news coming in.
I get that.
Light is covering this. And there's some military action or police action or DOJ. Somebody's going to go in. I think this is Jack. There's some sort of thing coming up that everybody's like, what the F? A lot of people don't care if Trump is a pedophile or anything, but there's a lot of action going on.
Yeah. Yeah. That, I mean, and that just blows me away with all of his cabinet picks and all of the sexual allegations against all of these people. Yet Mike Johnson, he's all okay. All these people are going, no, it's okay.
You know that guy, the cray cray one, that's the Fox News host?
Thank you for saying the cray cray one. They're all cray cray.
He said that an unconscious woman, if a man has sex with an unconscious woman, that should not be considered rape.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, I think he needs to go to prison and have Bubba knock him out.
He's not a very nice man. But
oh my God,
this vile energy is getting ready to burn itself out.
It is
good news.
It is. So when I threw some cards on this, the initial feeling in December is that the Republicans will, number one, they got the world card. And so there's a completion. But then the surrounding cards felt like, oh, we got this. We're there. We're doing it. You know, we got our mandates. And then something happens. Ow.
Yeah. I got the Ace of Swords too.
Yeah. Some big news is coming. And I love this card because it shows us the unity, the Rainbow Coalition.
Yeah.
They're going to be defending themselves. And that's the final outcome. Lost in the cold, the Five of Pentacles.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Something.
Now let's look at Democrats.
Democrats. Dems. All right.
Tell me how the Democrats will do, senators and Republican. Senators and congressmen.
Yeah.
Democratic.
Democrats. Government Democrats. Democrats.
So I got to tell you real quick, I'm getting a lot of emails.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, never mind. I'll keep that. Somebody is writing a letter of complaint about a reader. I don't like those letters.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me about them.
It wasn't, wait a minute, it wasn't about me, was it?
No.
Psychic Duck?
Tell me about Democrats. Ooh, well, they already started off with heartbreak. They're trying to hold on to the things that are already in place because he'll want to go across the table if he's even in there. They're dealing with the devil. Look at this swiftness. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Information out of the blue and toasting the cups of success. Ooh. Good news is coming with justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first card that I pulled, so it's a completion card. I got the World card again for the Democrats. So I'm like, yay, yay, yay. They're waiting for their ship to come in on the Three of Wands. I got the Heartbreak card at the base again. They're walking away from sorrow from the past. It feels like they're just stepping away. But then I got in the potential near future, the Nine of Pentacles. And then as we go around for the energy in the future, I got the Fool card. The Hopes and Fears are the King of Cups. That's my Joe Biden card. And the Higher Authority, the government.
Wow.
I think they're.
Well, one thing I got, and I'm doing a show today and I'll talk about it then too. I got the Supreme Court not doing something Trump wants. Voting him down on something and him just live it. Because I often saw the Supreme Court fearful of him.
Of Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, they did go against a bunch of his voting bull, and Kavanaugh didn't even look at it, and he talked trash about Kavanaugh on Twitter really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Who put you in there?
Yeah. And who got you this and that? He was telling on him.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, at what point does money take over and you go and your soul is just lost? I mean, doesn't your soul just say, you know, this isn't worth it anymore? Or do they just keep going?
They're going to fizzle out. And you know, I see them turning against Trump. That's the key. Remember throwing the tomatoes at him?
Yeah.
That's going to happen because he's just kind of losing his mind.
And when you said that, I heard they're going to be turning on themselves, the Supreme Court. Okay. Let's ask another one. That was okay. I think that's good. That's good. Hey, Irish elections are today. Did you know?
No.
Yes. Yes.
What are they voting for?
Well, B. Smith said, will we avoid a beer right and stay boring centrist? And I love the way that she said that, because a beer right, drinking beer I'm Irish, and my dad, he knew how to drink. And our whole family.
I'm Irish too.
Yeah.
You know, my dad could drink, but he wasn't a drunk. But I never saw him drunk. He could drink, but he held his liquor good.
Yeah. We're pretty good in our family, but not really good, because we drink way too much. I mean, I stopped doing that. I just drink a little now. But And these last months I've been drinking a little more. Anyway, so I think what they're saying is they're the Irish election, they're voting, are they going to vote right, or are they going to vote centrist? Can we read on that? Whether
Sure.
Ireland will vote right or centrist? And then I want to read, is Elon Musk involved in that? Does he have anything with his Starlink? Rebirth? Queen of Pentacles? All right.
You go first this time.
I think it's a heavy toll. I think that they've got the Four of Swords is at the bottom. They're really worried about it, but they have a new beginning up at the top that's overshadowing everything. And it's all about Ten of Family, keeping the country together.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. And I don't know, right, centrist, be or right.
I think it's more centrist.
Yeah, I do.
I see toasting of the cups. There are people worried though.
Yeah.
They don't want a Trump administration.
Oh my gosh. No.
So you want me to look if Elon Musk is involved?
Yeah. Yeah.
Geez, it's weird. I'm going through my life. I do the morning news for the weather, local Bay Area news.
Yeah.
I don't watch any CNN, MSNBC. I do tape Lawrence O'Donnell. But if he's talking about stuff that is not interesting to me, I delete it right away.
Yeah. I got rid of, because I was recording a lot of these shows. I got rid of MSNBC, Rachel Maddow. It's, you know, they just don't seem like they're reporting the news anymore.
Yeah, well, after the election, I turned them off. But
yeah,
Rachel Maddow, I used to faithfully watch her, and I apparently MSNBC had dropped 46%. And you guys that are worried about Elon buying it, I don't see that happening. I see some other rich men putting their money together to make sure he can't own it.
And I see it turning around too. That's my feel.
Okay.
Yeah. So because the only news that makes any sense is tarot readers.
Is what?
Tarot readers, us.
Oh God, I love the tarot readers. I love this community. But yeah, there's a lot of good people out there. A lot. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everybody.
Oh, it is.
You know, what's his name? That guy. He's an Englishman. He sits with his puppy. What's his name? He's I really like him. He's a cutie patootie. Anyway, he's in the UK. They were having windstorms, and I loved the sound of the wind. It was like Wuthering Heights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it gave you that spooky feeling. And it made me laugh because whenever the wind was storming at my parents' house when I was a young girl, I'd go out in my nightgown in the wind and dance to the gods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, I was crazy. My mom, get in this house. But once my boyfriend in Scotland, I was out there in January, and his folks were taking us to see Stirling Castle, and there was 80-mile-an-hour gusts, and lorries were turning over on the freeway. Thank God, me and my boyfriend had a wide load, because I think we kept the car from blowing away. Because he was like 6'4". You know, I was never a petite butterfly, and we were squeezed in that back seat. So I'm sure that's what kept us from flipping with the lorries. Sorry, I had to go there.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. And when you said flipping a lorry, I'm going, I mean, Lori down in Florida with her hurricane wind, she gets flipped over too, like that. So what do you see? Is Elon mucking with the elections in Ireland? Does he have a hand?
No, I'm not seeing that he can. He would like to, but I'm not seeing that he can. They don't like him. They don't like Trump. They don't like him. Scotland doesn't like him.
Yeah.
But I'm really feeling a strong feeling of other nations coming up against Trump and him. But I also feel, why did Putin announce that Trump needs to look out for himself because he could very well be assassinated? Why did he say that? I saw him say it out of his own mouth.
Wow.
The other day in a news thing. Was he talking about himself? Like there's so many threats about him getting assassinated. Look out, Trump. They could be coming for you too. You better protect me.
Yeah. You know, that they're creating such a negative energy.
Yeah.
Around them.
And Kim Jong-un was on his nation's TV sobbing because they have no population growth at all. He's begging for women to have children. They have none. They're going to be a has-been. Japan's going to be a has-been. They don't accept people from other countries. But the poorest countries in the world, in Africa and stuff, they're keep having 5 babies apiece. It's just amazing. Well, they're bored. They got to have something to do.
I guess. Yeah, and maybe they'll, you know, maybe they can respect the planet a little better than what we do.
Yeah.
So, interesting. All right. Well, listen, I think you're going to have to get going, but before you do, how much time do you have?
I got plenty of time, but for you, I probably got 2 minutes. I'm just kidding. I promised my peoples I would do a show. I got 436 questions.
Oh, well, we knocked off 3 or 4.
But go ahead. Let's do another question.
Okay. So, well, here's what I want to ask. So you got to clear it up because we have one more. So, clear your energy and see if you can tap into a departed rock and roll star that you haven't tapped into before, if they have a message during this time.
Well, is Mick Jagger considered the living dead or no?
He's still alive.
I know. Geez, I don't know. Who are you thinking?
You know, I was thinking about this the other night and I got David Crosby.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
And he
I was never a Crosby, Stills and Nash fan. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So
and even Tom Petty, I didn't even know him until he came to me after he died.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So who else was famous that died? David Bowie. But David Bowie, I think I read on before. Elvis Presley, but I read him before.
Yeah.
So why would you want to go there?
Well, the reason I did is because it feels to me like the 1960s have a parallel with today's times. A lot of people upset about the government, about the wars going on. It feels like everybody was singing about, you know, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, and now we're coming into the age of Aquarius.
Yeah. And
so it just feels like some of those 60s songs, like the Buffalo Springfield song,
oh, I love that.
What It's Worth.
Yeah.
And that they're still so relevant today. And so, yeah. So
unfortunately, a lot of them are still alive.
Like Mick Jagger, barely hanging on.
Mick Jagger, boy, he knows that. They were showing him on a tape. He's 80 something, and boy, he can move.
He still does.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, he was
Well,
never
you know,
like,
if you're telling me the world's gonna end and I only have 2 minutes to eat whatever I want, you better believe my happy ass will move to that fridge in no time.
yeah,
But who
big
else,
buffet in the sky.
who else was I thinking? You mentioned something and I saw him for a brief moment. But he's deceased now. It's from the 60s. Damn, I can't think of it.
Oh, well,
And you know that Trump place where they were still playing YMCA.
oh, geez.
That's the gayest song around, and they proudly.
And now they have football players doing that stupid dance that he does, and and they even have YouTube videos on how to dance like him. I'm like, oh
Trump.
yeah, you guys are sick. All right, anything from your guides as we
Peace
wrap up?
and honor, and remember this too shall pass.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long. I can listen. This whole Assad thing is huge. I don't turn on the news, so I didn't. You know, I'm sure it's all over the news right now.
I haven't heard of it. So.
And there's something that's going to happen with North Korea pretty soon. Some sort of, I don't know if they'll get hit by the Ukraine or they self-implode, but something's getting ready to happen. I know the Ukraine just bombed something in Russia, not only killing a bunch of Russians, but killing a bunch of North Koreans. 500.
So before we go, what do you see with Joe Biden letting Ukraine reach inside of Russia with?
Oh yeah, that guy, that's the beginning of the end for Putin. And he's over there. Now this is an act of war. You think what you were doing wasn't an act of war?
Yeah.
We have every right to bomb them, but you don't have the right to give your stuff to bomb us. Yeah. And let me tell you, I don't see if Trump even gets in being able to do anything, because I see Zelensky being very stubborn and I see other nations helping him. Yeah. But other nations may be the thing that saves the United States.
Yeah.
I really think that Article 5 is going to be a big deal.
Yeah. I think what the Mexican president did, and we always talk about this is the age of the divine feminine. And what that Mexican president did, standing up to Trump, going, oh, hell no, that's not what we talked about.
Yeah,
he is empowering so many other countries to say, hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's things he was able to do before he can't do now.
Yeah.
And you know, she did say that once she knows for sure that he's president come December something when they put in everything, she said she will immediately remove 2 million United States citizens in Mexico. House or no house, you go.
Say that again.
She's going to remove 2 million US citizens in Mexico back to the United States.
Oh, geez.
And she said, and we'll take the ones you're discarding.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of people went down there and bought properties, but I guess you can't own in Mexico, which is
correct. Unless, yeah, you're right.
So you can't own, I don't care what they say. Look what they did to the Japanese, you know, when they put them in concentration. They took everything from them. Everything.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything they built up for, so.
And there's an internment camp that I just went to. It's called China Camp.
I know that's where my dad used to ride motorcycles.
Yeah. And unbelievable. I mean, it's horrific what we did. There was 20, 30,000 people in this camp. It was, so anyway, yeah, maybe we shouldn't end on that. We'll end on something positive. Big love to you, Linda.
Big love,
thank you. All right.
And go to your small stores. Go get out there. Put your mask on if you need it, and buy your presents offline if you can.
Yeah. Do it in person.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.